All right. So this is episode 2 of the 541 podcast. I'm Corvus with Joey Dynamite. So what's up?
Nothing much, man. Just got back from my brother-in-law's football game, so ready.
Nice. Nice. I'm actually at a hospital right now.
What? Why are you at the hospital? Are you at work?
No, my buddy, he got hit by a Domino's driver of all things, and he was fine, but his insurance wanted him to come get his back looked at.
Yeah.
So, and he didn't have a car, obviously. So I'm over here. I brought him over here. So yeah, I was gonna do this in the emergency room, or in the waiting room, but I figured that'd be kind of rude. So I'm walking out here. But yeah, so well, first of all, what did you think of the More Phenomenal Expo?
Actually, I really liked it. I would love to go for next year because it was a lot of fun. We got to talk with some of the Rangers, and saw a lot of cool things. Bought some things. A lot of cool things.
Heck yeah, that turned out really good.
Yeah, really, really good. Can't wait for the next upcoming cons that are coming up. Can't wait for those.
Which one's next? Dragon Con?
It's Dragon Con, yes. That's that is next. That one's in San Antonio, right?
Dragon Con?
Yeah.
Wait, Realms Con is next.
Realms Con, yeah.
Realms Con is
Corpus, yes. Realms Con's in Corpus. I was thinking of Dragon Con.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to be there. My buddy's wedding is that Friday, but I'll be there probably after.
Yeah, if you can be there for Saturday, man, I'm gonna need some help with the show. So,
yeah,
fine
for sure. But yeah, today the episode today we're gonna do the Ranger interviews, because on the last one we had Danny Castellanos. I did that one, and then this one, since the Rangers were shorter on time, I'm gonna put Michael Copon, Christoper Khayman Lee, and Brenan Mejia all together in one.
All right, cool.
So yeah, that's what they're gonna hear, all three of them. But did you? Oh, you probably didn't. But the I'm gonna start calling it hashtag Drakengate. Did you hear what happened with Lord Draken figures now?
No, I didn't hear.
So you remember how I told you before that they messed up the order and they had so basically they can't fill all the pre-orders because some people ordered multiples, but they sold so many at Power Morphicon that now they can't fill the orders. Well, now we got another email that said originally it was everybody that ordered a Lord Draken would get at least one.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's not everyone's going to get one, period.
Okay.
Yeah, so people that ordered them, depending on when you ordered them, you may not even get a Draken. Now they're offering 2 of the Funko Pop Megazords for each Draken you don't get, or a full refund. Which I just decided to go with the Megazord Funko Pops if I don't get a Draken. But some people are understandably salty.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I ordered mine in March, like right when they announced that the figure was Lord Draken. Like within an hour, I had ordered mine. So I
don't get any of this stuff, man. That's because I'm a big fan of Power Rangers, and it's honestly, I could have, pre-ordered it and stuff like that. I don't get or anything because I gotta go on website.
Yeah, when I found the links, they were all on. It was through the Power Morphicon Facebook. They posted the link, and it's funny because I thought it was going to be Draken. I don't remember if they had an official announcement, but I was actually at work in the middle of my shift when I found out that it was going to be Lord Draken, and I literally dropped everything I was doing and ordered the damn thing. Then I had to text my wife. I'm like, I just spent $100 on an action figure. Please don't hate me. But yeah, now all that's happening, and now I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to get one.
Yeah. Well, Entertainment Earth still sells them. Probably won't be the same one that you'll be getting, but they're still selling them.
Well, it's the same. It is the same one. That's part of the issue is that Entertainment Earth. They said it was going to be Power Morphicon exclusive, but Entertainment Earth actually has a couple. Well, had a couple. They're actually sold out now. They sold out of those. and then people are saying, "Oh, just make more," but it's not really that simple. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, like let's do happier news before we play the interviews. Like, who did you have more like most fun interviewing? Since this is my first time hearing the interviews, because I was sitting, so I was either messing with getting my lance back, or I was sitting behind y'all
Um,
while you were doing the interview.
I'd have to say Michael Copon and Brenan. I have to say those are the two that I had the most fun with because they had like the most. I guess because they were the most the ones that actually like I don't know, you can feel everything through them. They had all that emotion as they were talking, and it was really good to hear their stories on like how they started and what caused them to want to be Rangers. I mean, some of them honestly were like not even fans of Power Rangers. That's from what I heard. Uh, like how they were talking, like Bernie Mian didn't know anything about Power Rangers at all until he went and watched a couple of episodes. You know,
Oh wow!
so that's one of the things he was talking about.
I actually saw a thing where Christoper Khayman Lee. The reason
Yeah.
he didn't want to be in the Power Rangers is because people were saying, "Oh, you look like Tommy. You remind me of Tommy."
Oh yeah.
So he was
Yep.
furious. So that's why when he said when you asked him, "Did you want to be or do it?" He said, "Hell no."
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, talking to Christopher Cayman Lee was a lot of fun too, man. It's just he's a really cool guy, really awesome guy to hang out with, and he's very blunt. So
Yeah, he seems like the kind of person you just like literally just have a beer with.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, his answers were a bit sarcastic, but I mean that's just who he is.
Yeah, that's why he was always the cool guy. He
Yeah.
literally doesn't care.
He doesn't care. But
Yeah,
I mean, he's cool. He writes comic books, so that's pretty cool.
yeah. I actually looked at his website about the comics. I'm gonna check out his stuff. I was looking at it, but I don't have internet in my home currently, so I couldn't look at it too much.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So this
All right,
is
so what's up?
off topic, but you remember when they dropped the new Power Rangers game for like the PlayStation and Xbox? The Mighty game?
The not Legacy Wars. What's it
Not
called?
Legacy.
It was just called Mighty Morphin, right, or
Yeah, it was
something
just Mighty Morphin. Have you played that one at all?
for the Xbox One and the PS4.
Yeah, have you played that one at all?
Yeah, actually. Let me see if I can find the exact name. But yeah, I have it. I
Wouldn't mind
liked
to
it.
play
I
it
mean, it
out
was
now.
kind of. Some people were like, "Oh, it's kind of plain. Doesn't have too much to do." But I mean, for me, it was fun. Oh, it was called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Mega Battle.
Mega Battle. Yeah, there you go. Sounds like a toy brand.
Yeah, it does. Or yeah, it's like some weird series.
Yeah.
But I liked it. It was a fun little beat 'em up. Like I didn't realize that you couldn't play it like online with people, so I had to get friends to actually come over. But I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
Those are fun. I've always liked the Power Ranger games. The only one I didn't ever like was Lightspeed Rescue, and I don't know anybody who really liked Lightspeed Rescue.
I've seen gameplays for it. It's not really all that. The graphics
It,
are kind of like, eh.
no, even for the time, they were terrible.
Yeah.
Like they were so plain. The monsters would come at you like one at a time, dude. It was bad.
I
And
mean,
that sucks because Lightspeed
I
Rescue
think
was
the
fun.
Time Force game was a bit better. I mean, pretty much like I think the one that I have the most fun with was playing the Mighty Morphin and Zeo Ranger games on Sega Genesis.
Which one was the Zeo one? I have the Zeo Racers. Is that one?
Yeah, that was one of them, the Zeo Racers, and then they had another one that was Zeo. I've also played the Japanese imports, and the Japanese imports are a lot of fun too.
See, I've never played them. They have a I think it's for the Switch. It's a Lupin Ranger versus forgot what, but it's coming out for the Switch, and I'm actually looking to get that one. That'd be probably the first
It's
imported game that I play.
Patata Ranger or Fatali Ranger.
Yeah, that one.
Ranger. I actually that series, I was very excited for. That one and Q Ranger were like the two series I was more excited for, more than I was for Ninja Steel and for Dino Charge. but I mean, I kind of got into Dino Charge more. But and the Super Sentai series around that time when those two were coming out, that we had Dino Thunder and Ninja still coming out. Potato Ranger, which is recent, is actually one of the series me and one of my friends was really excited for. So.
I need to check them out. Admittedly, I'm not a big Super Sentai guy. Not because I don't want to be. It's just I've never really had access to them.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a website I get them off of. It's called I'll get it again. I'll send you the link. It's Tokusatsu, and I get tokusatsu.com. I get a lot of stuff off of there.
I'll look it up because I've been wanting to watch it.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I don't remember where I was going with that.
Sorry, I made you go off topic.
No, it's all good. I just didn't remember. But yeah, the Time Force game we were talking about, that one was like on the Game Boy, right?
Yeah, it was on Game Boy. It was pretty fun. For me, it was fun. I have to say the last Power Ranger game I played was Power Rangers Super Legends, which was, they had it for like the PS2.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I had that game, but I got it used and it was scratched, and I got excited because I got to the level where I was supposed to use, I think it was Kruger. Yeah, or maybe the Omega Ranger. I don't remember what, but it froze at that point. I couldn't go past that.
So when we were at the More Phenomenal Expo, you know how I got one of those GameCube games? I got the Dino Thunder game.
Yeah.
So I was playing it in the morning before I went into work, and I got up to like level 6, and I had to unlock the Megazords. So I finally had unlocked the Tricera Megazord, which was a Triceratops, and it literally, as soon as I unlocked it, it froze on me, and like,
oh
damn it! So like, I only got so far. So I mean, but it was a lot of fun. That game was fun.
Heck yeah.
Hey guys, this is Brenan Mejia. I play the Red Ranger in Power Rangers Dino Charge, and you're listening to Podcast 541.
Hi guys. So Brenan, what was it like for you auditioning for Dino Charge?
Auditioning was really cool. I mean, a friend actually got me the audition because he knew I was an acrobat and saw they were auditioning Power Rangers, and then he told them that I was an acrobat, and so they wanted to see me, and got to do handstands. I did the splits. I did some punches and kicks, some backflips, a lot of lines, some chemistry reads with the other Rangers, and lo and behold, they cast me.
Were you a fan of the series at all?
Yes, I was. I actually grew up watching Mighty Morphin, and then I watched pretty much until Lost Galaxy, and then I was on and off watching Dino Thunder. When I booked it, went back and watched Kyoryuger, which is the Super Sentai counterpart. I watched Megaforce, Super Megaforce, Time Force, and then I just kind of like watched 3 episodes of a whole bunch of other seasons.
Well, one question I have, which is I'm beginning, it's a really good question. If you could, or if you were to create your own suits, your own Power Ranger helmets, your own series, and direct it, and write the storyline and everything, how would you do it, and what would you do?
Ooh, that's a hard one. My own suits. Well, I'm not too much of a artist when it comes to the pen and the pad or paintbrush kind of thing, so I'd have to bring in friends who are better at designing than myself. But I've always liked, like the Mystic realm, like Mystic Force. Those are really cool, like dragons and things like that. So maybe something along those lines. Dinosaurs are cool for sure. Yeah, I mean, maybe like a team of dragons, something like an ice dragon, a fire dragon, that kind of thing. In regards to directing it and all that, probably bring back some of my old favorites from my season and some from other seasons, and just get a all-star team together and, figure out what we could do, like another dimensions attacking or something, and, the whole save the universe kind of deal. It seems to work. If it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure you're familiar with the comic books.
Yes.
So how do you feel about the Shattered Grid comic?
I think they're awesome. Unfortunately, Tyler wasn't around too much in them. He was in jail. But hopefully, Beyond the Grid, maybe they bring him back for a bit more and give him a storyline. But if not, it's all good. Like fans make fan art, and their stories are just as real to them as anything else. So why not?
So if you were to have a superhero team up, who would it be?
Power Rangers or anything?
Power Rangers.
If it's like a one team, I love Johnny Young Bosch. He'd be on the team. So Adam, Wes from Time Force. Grab a Tommy, Coda, and you can't go wrong with Sir Ivan. And then got to bring some girl power to it. So let's say Miss Morgan, bring her back, and then. I don't know. How about Jackie from Beast Morpher? She's been pretty cool. Yeah. So I get a new yellow.
So going into Beast Morphers, about that, how do you feel about the series? It is adapted from the Super Sentai Go Busters.
I think it looks cool. I mean, I saw the team up, with all the 3 dinos and Go Buster. It'd be really cool if they adapted that to their show, because then I could come back and be like, hey guys. So I mean, I'm excited. Just that it's Hasbro's first full season, so we'll see where it goes.
And on to Hasbro. How do you feel about Hasbro with Saban?
I think it's cool. I think it's new, fresh eyes to hopefully reinvigorate the franchise. New ideas. Hasbro has G.I. Joe and Transformers. Get a Legacy War crossover, Transformers versus Megazord. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So, if originally did you expect to get the role for the Red Ranger, or were you expecting a different?
I had no idea, honestly, because they surprised us. They actually brought me in for a final audition, and then they're like, open this treasure box to reveal your destiny. But it was just in the lines, so I didn't know there's going to be something in it. They actually handed me a treasure box, opened it, it's like, congratulations, Brenan, you're the Red Ranger. So that's really cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So would you have any advice for anybody who is looking to, maybe want to audition to be a Power Ranger for an upcoming series?
Yeah, work on your martial arts skills. Make sure that you promote positivity, like fitness and all that. Work on your acting, of course, so be empathetic towards other people, so whenever they write a character, you can adapt and know how it is to feel like what that character's feeling, and then just commit to it. Give it your all, have fun with it, and
awesome, man. Okay. That'll do it.
All right. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Of course. Hi, guys.
Well, Joey Dynamite here with
Christoper Khayman Lee.
All right. Well, Christoper, huge fan.
Thank you.
Well, I'm gonna ask a couple of questions here. So, we're just go ahead and start off on, how you started working with Power Rangers, how you got your role, and pretty much.
How did I get the role? At the time, I was living in Miami, and my manager, she told me, "Hey, there's an audition I want you to go out for," and I was like, "Great, let's do it." And then I said, "What is it?" And she said, "It's Power Rangers," and I said, "Hell no, I don't want to do that." But she said to me, "Don't worry about it. You're probably not going to book it." And then I did.
Was it because you had long hair?
Was it because of that? No, but I don't think that hurt. I did have pretty long hair, and I think that helped.
So, did you have a lot of fun working with the series?
Oh, absolutely, yes. I did have a lot. I had a great time on the show. I'm one of the people that always sits there and complains about it and all that stuff. But really, I really did enjoy working on Power Rangers. I especially loved working with the stuntmen. They would beat the ever-loving bejesus out of me on a daily basis, and that was fantastic. And I loved it when my brother Justin Nemo showed up. He's great. He and I, we're basically two of the same person just wrapped into one. It's amazing. We share the same brain. So yeah.
How was it for you when it came to killing Zordon?
How was it for me?
Yeah. Did you like the fact that you got to kill the creator of Power Rangers?
I was totally fine with it.
You were totally fine with it.
I had no problem with doing that. No.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I told him earlier. I was like, that was a lot of our TV grandpa.
Yeah. Pretty much. So if you were to take your own Power Ranger series and create your own suits and all, storyline, dialogue, how would you do it? What would you call it?
How would I do it and what would I call it? Jesus. That's kind of a Wow, I mean that would take a. Okay, I would just basically say, yeah, let's just make it more Star Wars. Power Rangers Star Wars. Yeah, and I'm Darth Andros, and I don't know. We'll just go more Star Wars than we already did on my show. Yeah.
So, going on into that, from what you have is you do write comic books, do you not?
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Is there any upcoming projects you are working on?
Well, I'm working on my second series on my flagship title, LA Crazy Town. So I'm getting everything done from the first series, which was 1 through 6, where we decided that we wanted to recolor everything, totally color it, everything like that, and we're going to put that all together into a big graphic novel kind of thing. And now we're just getting started for issues 7 to 12, and I also have a couple other storylines that have nothing to do with LA Crazy Town, but are still going to be under my company, West Coast Comics. And so I'm busy doing a lot of writing and stuff like that.
As we just got, Hasbro has bought Saban.
Yeah.
And they are working on the shows and stuff like that too. If they were to give you a call up to come back for a cameo, would you take the offer, or would you give them a different deal and say, can I at least help? If you don't want to do it, would you say you would help them write for that crossover?
If they wanted me to write it, then I don't care. I'll write it. That's fine. Yeah. If they call me up and they're like, yeah, we want to bring you back for Power Rangers to do an episode or whatever, sure, I'll do it. I'm not bleaching my hair, but yeah, I'll come back and do it. That better be a wig. I'm telling you right now.
So, if you were to work with other Rangers to make a movie,
okay,
who would you use? Who would you like to pick?
Who would I like to work with?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to work with Nemo, and I'm going to work with my buddy Mike Jin from RPM, and my other buddy Brenan, who's standing over there somewhere, Brenan Mejia, and probably Paulie and Narvi, because everybody loves Paulie and Narvi.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let's see. If you were to, like me, I have a lot of fan-inspired stuff. I am a professional wrestler.
Okay.
We all both are actually professional wrestlers. Basically, I get my wrestling gear, which is fan stuff for Power Rangers. I'm a big fan of Power Rangers.
Okay.
And I am working on trying to get me some wrestling gear done for In Space, to look as the In Space design.
Okay.
How would you say that would work? If you would say it, what would you think?
Are you wearing a helmet in there?
No.
What are you wearing?
Let's say it's like as an entrance deal. Well, how would you think it would work if I was to be Andros for that day?
I'm gonna go ahead and give you the thumbs up. So do it. Yeah, go for it. Have fun with it. Shit.
All right. Well. Okay, let's see here. What else? What else can I ask you? I'm dying to ask you a lot of questions, but I know we're kind of short on time here. So, if you were to go and, let's say you're writing a comic. If you were to write for the Shattered Grid comics right now, for helping out Boom Studios with the Shattered Grid,
okay.
would you change anything, or would you help them go more with what they're working on?
If you want me to answer that honestly, I really can't.
You can't?
I can't answer that honestly. Yeah, there's a few things I would change.
A few things you would change?
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Shattered Grid?
I honestly have not read it.
You have not read it?
No. I know tons of people who have, and they've all basically told me exactly what's going on. They've, come over and said, okay, this happens, and then that happens, and then yada, 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 and all that. And I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, whatever. Do it. Okay.
So, they have recently rebooted the Power Rangers movie. And there's a lot of theories going out to where they're making a 7-part film. and it will go from Mighty Morphin to Zeo, from Zeo to In Space, and to Lost Galaxy. As a 7-part film.
Okay.
How would you see In Space in a cinematic universe for a movie? Like if In Space was to actually have their own movie.
Well, they did that before.
Okay.
It was called Star Wars: A New Hope.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right.
That's what we did.
Yeah,
we just copied Star Wars. I mean, come on.
Well, I mean, that's one of the questions I was getting into, because in the Super Sentai series, instead of it copying Star Wars, and they kept it as a Super Sentai series, where basically it was Mega
Ranger.
Mega Ranger. So would you have kept it that way, or wouldn't you still done the Star Wars version?
I got a chance to be Luke Skywalker. Why the hell would I change that? There's no way I'm changing that. No.
All right. Well,
So write it.
that's a. Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and end there.
Okay, cool.
Gives you some time.
All right.
Hey, I'm back here again. It's Joey Dynamite here with
Michael Copon, a.k.a. Lucas Kendall, the Blue Time Force Ranger.
So, Michael, just gonna ask you a few questions here.
Yeah.
So, what made you want to do Power Rangers?
Well, I moved out to LA to originally start modeling when I was 17 years old. This was in the year 2000. I didn't know you could act at the time, but the commercial agency next door said that I should audition for acting roles, and I was like, sounds fun. I've never thought about doing that, so I did it. My first audition, ironically, was for the Power Rangers, and I booked my very first audition, beat out 10,000 people, and became the Blue Time Force Ranger. So after that, I just continued my acting career, but I grew up watching Power Rangers as a kid, and then when I knew I was auditioning for it, it was just pretty surreal when I actually got the role, because I was like, wow, I actually booked something that I grew up watching, which is really weird.
So, going into the Time Force series, how did you feel about the Time Force series? Like,
I think the Time Force series is definitely one of the most underrated seasons. Even though we are Emmy nominated, we were the only Emmy nominated season other than the original. But I think because it was on the year right before Wild Force, and then Saban sold it to Disney, I think they already were planning to kind of sell the show, and because the fan base was kind of starting to die off. But it was definitely one of the best storylines, best cast, and being nominated showed that. It's just the fan base wasn't there because of I think after Turbo, people started falling off after that, and then Lightspeed Rescue, the whole thing, it just kept falling off. But by the time I got to Time Force, I think even when I was doing it, most people were like, Power Rangers, is that still around? When I would tell people I was doing it at the time. Social media has definitely brought all these things back to light, and now we're starting to see like a lot of people talking about Time Force. Actually, Time Force is like the top 3 seasons amongst all the fans, and when I hear people talk about it, a lot of people say Space, Mighty Morphin, Time Force. I hear a lot of those 3 most of the time, which is really cool to be a part of the top 3 category.
So how was it with you working with the cast, like Jason Font?
Oh, dude, the cast is by far the best cast I've ever worked with on any show. I've done One Tree Hill. I've done the Bring It On movie, Scorpion King, even Randy Couture, and I'd say Time Force cast is the best cast I've ever worked with. We're still friends to this day. We're still like brothers and sisters. And I don't know if it's because that was my first gig and everyone's kind of first major gig that we stuck together, but it's definitely something special. It's not like how most shows are. You go on, you do your job, you leave, and you don't really like talk after that.
So if you were to write your own Power Rangers series, and create your own suits, or more like your own morph suits and everything, what would you call it, and how would you write the storyline and dialogue?
Well, I actually have written mine and created my own suits, so I can't really say what it is because I'm pretty much holding that to my heart. I came up with an idea to do a movie like Expendables before, and of course like Karen Ashley and all them did The Order a year after that, which kind of was similar to my idea. I don't want to say they stole it, but it was very very similar. So now I just kind of keep my ideas to myself. I've got a really cool idea to do for the fans, and I'm still pumping my movie idea out there. I have created my own costumes, my own storyline, and I've written it in the way where it could be tied into Power Rangers, or it cannot. It could be its own standalone universe. So either one, if Hasbro takes it on, then great. If not, then I'm just going to do my own universe.
So how do you? I'm sure you probably have read the comic books for Power Rangers. How do you feel about the Shattered Grid storyline?
Oh, I think the Shattered Grid's pretty cool. I liked everything that Boom Studios is putting out. It's cool to see Jen out there, Erin Cahill from Time Force. She's in heavy amounts of the Shattered Grid comics and stuff. Shows that her fandom was really big. And what's going on right now with the women empowerment movement, Time Force was ahead of the curve with that, because we had a woman leader. Before a lot of shows were even showing that, so that was really cool. I think it's just now scratching the surface of the Power Ranger universe being what it can be. I think it could be what Marvel is today in like the next 10, 15 years. I think it's all of us fans sticking to it, pushing it forward with more ideas, more comics, more movies, so now it's like, at this point it's like the more the merrier. If you guys are out there, shoot an idea. That's why I'm just going to do my movie. I got the Orders doing their thing, and we got a lot of other fan films. I know Dan Southworth's got a Power Ranger idea. Cool. Like, everyone just keep doing it, because the more we push it out there, the better. It's just going to build the whole franchise bigger than it is now.
So they recently just did the 25th anniversary of Power Rangers for Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel. What did you think about it?
I honestly didn't see it yet, but I did see a lot of photos. I think it's super cool that they keep bringing back older Rangers. I think that really does tie in the new and older crowd. A lot of kids are watching, wondering who these people are, which makes them more interested to see what those Power Rangers were like when they were on TV. So I think it's a really cool thing to do. We've seen it so many times in in all the movies that are coming out now, like Johnny Depp's in 21 Jump Street remake with Channing Tatum. You got all these old school to new school movies, the new Starsky and Hutch. I mean, that's just the way to do it, guys. Just continue mixing the old with the new, and that seems to be the trend. I definitely am going to check it out. My boy Jason Font from Time Force held it down, and he always does. He's just a great guy. He's an incredible actor and super dope dude, and I'm glad he was representing us in the show. I think it was cool.
So did you, when you auditioned for Time Force, did you want a different role, or was this the role you wanted to be, the Blue Ranger?
I'd say ultimately I've always wanted to be the Red Ranger, because the Red Ranger is always the leader, But you know what? As an actor, you audition, you don't really pick and choose the roles that you get. I've obviously been a football player my whole life, but I got the role of Bring It On, and I am playing a cheerleader. Never cheered in my life. Never thought I'd ever be a cheerleader, but when they're paying you to be a cheerleader, you do the job. You're hired, and that's your job to do the best you can. And the cool thing about Time Force, guys, is that when I auditioned, it was my first audition. They were looking for like a James Dean look. That's why his name's Lucas Kendall, like last name Kendall. So they were looking for like a blonde hair, blue eyed Kendall, and they said I was an ethnic James Dean or ethnic Kendall. So they actually like knew for a fact they wanted me. So when it came down to the final audition, the last 9, I was the only Ranger that they knew they wanted for sure. They had 2 options for red, 2 options for pink, yellow, and green. Blue was the only one for sure cast. So going into that, knowing that I was for sure, felt really good. So I just went in and did the best role. I happened to be a cool guy. I was a race car driver. Lucas was a cool dude, so kind of held it down as much as I could, and learned acting. It was my first role ever. But of course, everyone wants to be like the Red Ranger, the leader.
So going back to leader, there seemed to have been a conflict between figuring out who really was the leader.
Yeah.
Was it Red? Was it Alex? Or was it Jen?
Yeah.
And
well, obviously it was Alex first, and then Jen, and then Wes became a secondary leader to Jen, and I think there, as the story progressed, it became more of a mutually shared leadership between Wes and Jen. But Alex was always the king leader, so essentially the Red was the leader. But while we thought the Red was dead, Jen took leadership in that. So definitely the Red Ranger, Alex, was the leader, which Jason will definitely. Well, you guys can't see this right now, but we have Blake Foster. He's in a black Mighty Morphin helmet, sitting behind us right now.
yeah. All right. Well, I just want to say thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, and I like that your microphone says blue. It's a blue mic.
All right, so those were basically all the interviews. We're hoping to get more. We can't really say too much, but we're trying to get more, right, Joey?
Yeah, we're trying to get more. Right now, hopefully, if we do RumsCon, still thinking about it, trying to figure out if we can do it or not, because I'll be wrestling, but hopefully I'll be wrestling on that same RumsCon show. So hopefully, if I have time before that, maybe we can catch Jason David Frank before we go ahead and take off, or before he has to take off. Yeah.
Hopefully we can get somebody, because I want to get more people, but I also want to get maybe some of our wrestling buddies, because a lot of them grew up Power Ranger fans.
From the looks of it, for some of us, I'm pretty sure we can get like Nacho Lego. He was a big Power Rangers fan. Can get I think I can get Pitbull. He'll be there. But some of the wrestlers we're gonna have there, it's all in-town talent from Corpus. So I'm pretty sure everybody there's a big old Power Ranger fan. So hopefully we can get some stuff done. We can go ahead and get some interviews. Hopefully this Saturday, if the weather's good. I'm gonna be wrestling up in Katy, Texas, if the weather's good, and we don't get
for the Domination Zone.
Yeah, for Danger Zone wrestling.
No.
But hopefully if the weather is good and we don't run into no hurricane warnings, I'll be able to travel up there. And I'll get some interviews there probably too. That was one of the
that'd be cool.
I was gonna ask you too, but I don't want to ask you to travel almost every weekend with me. But if we could do it like this and get it over the phone this way, we can. Just do it pretty easy.
Yeah, this is simple. It's easier than Skype, and I have access. The cool thing about using Anchor, and I'm not really. I guess I'll promote them. Is that I have access to it whenever. So at More Phenomenal Expo, I had my tablet. Right now, I'm doing it on my phone. When I get home and I have access to internet, I can download everything directly from my laptop. So it saves me a lot of work of having to transfer files and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Makes it super easy. It adds its own little self-promotion at the end, but that's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. Do you have you have Instagram and stuff, or do you want people to follow you?
Instagram, it would be Joey Dynamite _13. The 13 is in Roman numerals, so it'd be XIII. Facebook, follow me on Facebook. There's a Joey Dynamite page, official Joey Dynamite page. There is my Facebook page, Joseph Ibarra Micheal. I have a Snapchat, but I really don't use that much. But when I do, it's usually about wrestling and other shows. You can catch me there at Dallas, DALLUS _Andros. I used specifically because Christoper Khayman is my favorite ranger. I used his name a lot as Andros. That's who I always wanted to be. So
That's it, dude, that's who I wanted to be too. That's why I had the dyed hair and everything.
yeah,
Him and Jeff Hardy just messed up my life with
pretty
my
much.
hair.
Pretty much. That's why my hair is the way it is, and dye it and stuff like that. But
Yeah, seriously. I look in the mirror and I'm just like, this is y'all's fault.
yeah, it's actually I want to blame Justin Nemo right now because I want to dye my hair silver, and he had dyed his hair silver, and
Oh yeah.
I'm blaming him right now because I want to do my hair silver, and really.
I'll tell you, I did my hairs like that. I'll just tell you from experience, dude, it sucks. It fries your hair so bad.
All that bleach, and then
Yeah.
actually my hair doesn't take it takes a lot of bleach, but it doesn't really fry my hair. It my hair still stays thick, but I had found I went to Walmart with my girlfriend, and I had found the silver hair dye in an actual bottle. Like I didn't have to go and like constantly dye, just bleach it once and throw the hair dye in, and it'll be that silverish color. So I mean, hopefully that won't fry my hair as bad, but I thought about it.
That'd always be fun. I don't have any. Well, I do. I have my Instagram is Gold Rush Cosplay _ Gold Rush _ cosplay. I don't have that many dates coming up for wrestling because I'm almost done. But I did get one more. I've got TWA Friday, and then the 20th of September, I'm actually doing Thursday Night Thunder at the Texas Wrestling Academy.
Awesome.
So it's a Twitch exclusive show. So that's gonna be kind of fun. I couldn't pass that up.
Yeah. And who's that promotion for?
That's Rudy Boy Gonzalez.
Rudy Boys?
So it's an offshoot of the Texas Wrestling Academy.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. And yeah, you got anything you want to say before we go?
No. Well, I mean, yeah, I do. It's actually about the first episode.
What is it?
It's badass, man. Badass. Well, I sent it. I haven't posted it on my Facebook or anything really, but I did send it to some of my friends who wanted to listen to it, and we got a lot of good feedback. So
that's good.
I hope that when we do actually post the links, we get some more feedback, and we do get feedback because we want to keep this going, and hopefully we can keep this going.
Heck yeah! I was gonna do a little bit more to the episode itself, but then like I said, my internet went out. So
yeah. But
yeah, I'll get around to doing that, and then this one will be so much better. So yeah, hopefully everybody likes it.
Yeah, hopefully.
Sweet. We'll see everybody next time.
Yeah, see everybody next time.